Okay, here we are back in Monster Hunter World. So, before we get started, I need to point out my Hunter rank is level 7, and if you're wondering what's so significant about that, well, let's say we wanted to do a certain event quest. That's a crossover type thing that's going to take us into the wild. So, wing drakes are feeble things, but the thing is, I don't have a ranged weapon to make this a little bit easier. I need to hope that they actually come down to the ground. If they do, great. If not, okay, this is going to be agony. So, we'll go ahead and do that. I will get 2,000 zenny for doing this, so I can afford to actually buy a meal. That's right, folks, we're not going hungry today. So let's hop on over to the canteen. And I don't know why the menus are different than how they used to be. I think it's just probably a day one type thing that I was doing. I may probably have to just try to go offline in order for them to appear the same way. Now, I legitimately don't care about the skills. We got Foodie, which hopefully I won't use because I won't get knocked out, but you never really know. So, Intrepid Field Researchers, those are nothing special. Great Sword. Okay, I didn't get to tell my Great Sword story. Basically, after a certain point in try, I was able to... I'd just hang around and help people with their quests, and I do different weapon types as I do it, just for practice and stuff. And I was helping one of my friend, or I think it was a friend of a friend, and the gist, okay, that actually complicates things, is... Okay, due to, for some reason, my recording cutting out, I have to do this one over. I already have the Palico equipped with the suit you get from this, so... just consider this practice if nothing else. So we have a Tzitzi-Ya-Ku in the middle of the map. This one is a little big. This might be a crowd. This is like the gobble of the game, where we're going to call the monster for a try that will flash you with his lantern and cause you to be stunned, dazed, or we're going to call the status effect. That's what you have to watch out for. So I'm going to try to use the overly dramatic dive. You basically can use him to pull stuff out of the sky for you, but we're here to kill him. We're going to be extremely violent. Afterwards, I'll do the Great Jagras. When I did this before, it only took like 5 minutes. It took longer for the things to spawn rather than it actually took me to beat them. So if you don't know, this is the Horizon Zero Dawn crossover event. And right now I'm trying to bust its head so that I can stop it from flashing us. So I'm completely ignoring the Barnos. The dramatic dive was not needed there. So I should mention both the Tzitzi-Ya-Ku and Spike can kill those things. And then there's also the possibility they'll get too close and then I'll just kill them while swinging. Okay, I'm starting to get kind of banged up here. No. Turn away. There we go. It's actually a good thing I missed because he would hurt me a lot more than I hurt him. As you can see, whenever he does his flash thing, it's like a flash bomb going off. It's actually called an electrophore, in case you're wondering what he does. Or at least that's what the card is called that you get from popping that. So right there it didn't go off. I don't know. I didn't see the notification if he broke the part. It's possible the electric fork could be broken by now. So the 2 antennae are... No, it's intact. I wasn't looking. So luckily the Palico will bail us out if we waited too long. It's just Spike chose to be a bastard right there. So right there I actually used the invincibility frame properly. That time I could have done literally anything, but did nothing instead. And right here he's tired, so I don't really care about him trying to throw me off. He's not going to get far. And I don't know what all breaks on his body. There you go, the antennae have broken. He can't really blind you reliably. He can still get it off from time to time, it's just, as I said, not reliable anymore. And this one is so big, it looks like its tail actually will go over my head without contacting me. I want to say this is probably a silver crown. Since it's a low-ranked monster, gold crowns are not accessible on this stage, unless they change stuff from previous games. Hey, you can break his tail. By the way, you only get hides if you carve the bar nose, so those are important. Hell? I don't know where that emergency broadcast thing is coming from. So right here I have to sharpen. My stuff's just too dinged. Sorry buddy, that's not working right now. And he's down, so it's time to carve. 4 Barnos died in the course of the fight. Overall, this kind of reminds me of the shark attack thing from Try, where they say, hey, do this one mission where you just have to kill these 20 sharks. They're kind of tame in the water. And then, as the quest progresses, the Royal Ludroth appears and complicates things. So we got the Photophore. I want to say that's probably his rare. Anyway, buddy, you need to learn to mind your own business. Now, just like in that, well, I don't know if it's just like, but in that shark attack event that I talked about in Try, the Ludroth would respawn if you took too long. I don't know if the Shishi will be this, or Tzitzi-Ya-Ku will be the same way or not. There are stones over here. I was kind of hoping there'd be a pot or something that I could use, but We'll stone him, I guess. Keep in mind you do not have to fight the Tzitzi-Ya-Ku if you want. You could seriously just get down here. You could just go for the Barnos. I don't know if doing this just with Barnos actually impacts your rewards any. But it's not a hard mission. You can see new Barnos spawn in as the thing progresses. Now, before in the arena there would usually be hidden items and stuff you can interact with. This area right here is most likely a wall. There'll be a switch somewhere that'll raise this, and that'll allow you to separate monsters, so you can try to focus one when you get to the point where you actually will fight like 2 or maybe even 3 monsters in here at once. That wall can make things a lot easier for you. There's usually a Dragonite Ore, Ballista, those types of things too. So the whole point of this quest is to get Palico armor, in case you're wondering. So we got Wingdrake hide, raw meat, hide, nullberry, Wingdrake hide. Watcher lens is what you need to actually make stuff. You need one for the helmet, one for the suit, and I think one for the weapon. And like I said, Spike's been wearing that, so this is just to get the weapon. You can sell them for 200 zenny if you want, but it's up to you, I guess. Got some trap tools, 3 of them. That saves me some money. Got the photophore for breaking the pulse organ. Got a hide for just hunting it, Bonel, dash extract. This I have not gotten before, but you can use this to basically get infinite stamina if you mix it correctly. It's just I don't remember how to mix it precisely. It'll be in your crafting list. So we get 2,500 zenny, and that was my largest, but not a silver crown. Anyway, we're going to do the other event, the Jagras, since it's fairly simple. Hard part is finding them, though. How do I actually turn on this automatic? Oh, it's just materials. So the longsword is your katana. It's a very agile weapon. This, like, I hated working with these guys in Tri because they would spam their combos. They would actually stop you from doing any damage. You can't move while you're being hit by them, and you get turned into a steam duck. So in case you're wondering why you'll never see me use a longsword, it's because of that. So right here we'll do Chew the Fat, take down a pair of Great Jagras. And at this stage of the game, it's very, very easy for me to do. You're meant to do this one much earlier. I mean, it's a Hunter rank 2 and I'm Hunter rank 7. And keep in mind when you actually start doing multiplayer stuff, the divide between you and this mission will only grow. So we're going to take the Attack M boost here because I want to speed this up. We've got Feline Carver low, that makes it... I think you have a chance of carving off a 4th item or something like that. And before we go, I'll actually go to the smithy so you can see the event armor and stuff. So Spike's already wearing it, but if you want to see how to forge it, go to full armor set, and it's a package deal. So you need 2 Watcher Lens for both of them, and then you need 3 Dragonite Ore. You can get this from the Coral Highlands or something like that. You can mine it there. You can also mine this off of Zora Magdaros' body, so you have those as options. But beyond that, you go to standard equipment, and Watchers all the way down here. If you're willing to use 1 lens and Electrosac, you can make a Thunder Mace. Now the reason why I'm not using this is because while it is a severing weapon, it has negative 20 affinity, so you have negative crits. But otherwise, Spike is wearing it, so you see him as his little robot form, that's because he is prepped for Horizon Zero Dawn. Anyway, if we've chewed enough fat, let's go chew the fat. Insect stamina. I don't really use the insect glaze, so I don't know the specifics about that one. And be careful when stealing an egg from its nest. It will chase an egg thief to the ends of the new world. And I mentioned before, I always called them with a long A, as in Raytheon rather than Rathian. So you'll probably hear me flip-flop back and forth, because when I'm consciously paying attention, I will say Rathian. But when I go on basically like reflex and past precedence, I most likely will say Raytheon from time to time. And I know a lot of players get triggered when you aren't consistent. Either they want you to say the Ian and Los I don't even know what you'd call that. The prefix type thing consistently. So if you say Raytheon and Rathalos, that's one of those things that'll trigger them, and vice versa is also true. Rathian and... No, we do not. Ah, crap, there's Anjanath. So you know what, let's just try to slip into the nest area real fast. We may get lucky and it'll be there. While here, make sure to grab the spider webs. You need those to make pitfall traps. Okay, there it is. So while this is still a low-rank weapon, just keep in mind the Jagras is meant to be the training enemy, training big monster, big in quotes. I like seeing it do that though. So the bad news for it is once it inhales something, that expanded area is now its weak spot. Weak, dude. Yeah, that's number one. So, due to old habits, I do tend to crouch before I start carving. So let's sharpen our weapon for the next guy. And I'd like to be able to see my health. Do I need to pop a potion? But luckily we can just use this Vitalo Lily. And we're golden. Right here I'm looking for dung, in case you're wondering. The nice thing about dung is when you get to the late game quests and you have to deal with multiple monsters at one time, you can use dung to basically drive off a monster. You throw it at them, they wonder what is your problem, and then they take off in disgust. And I thought there was a dung spot right here. Oh no, that was just a mining thing. So those just respawned. Yeah, I could have sworn there was a dung gathering spot here. Can't stick around too long because he's looking for a meal. He being Anjanath, I mean. Yeah, I'll pass on the Anjanath, thank you. We'll pick up the spiderwebs, though. So right here we need to find a track or something that we can use to start locating the thing. It's entirely possible it hasn't spawned in just yet because I haven't been paying attention. There'll be a question mark, a green question mark in the top right corner when it does. Man, this is annoying. It's going to take me longer to find the things than it actually will to kill. So let's add the Gatherer, Palico. Finally. So this will tell us where to go now. Ah, that actually hit me. That was rude, dude. So there goes the main. And that's all, folks. So I want to go to headquarters. And so far, this part is still recording, so nice smooth video. Got 2 hides and a main. I don't think either of those were big enough to be a crown, or small enough to be a crown. Crowns being 1 standard deviation above and below the average. Gold being 2 standard deviations. But I believe gold is exclusive to high rank and above, so you can't get those unless there's some sort of weird mission, like there actually was in Try. There were certain events that would give you guaranteed gold crowns. Phantom Ergon being the one that stands out. So anyway, your reward for doing this is just a bunch of Jagras parts. Once you reach a certain limit, you can sell these for their Zenny. So I now have 30 scales. Once I have 30 of an item, I tend to sell whatever is left. So we'll leave the scales alone. I'll take the claw, I'll take the mane, I will take the hide, I'll take the armor sphere. Ordinary Jagras scale. Ancient bone. Mane and mane. So sell what's left. That gives us 1,000 Zenny. and that's basically how you make money. And there was a record largest, but not a crown. So sharpness, I think I've talked about before. It's a modifier. Well, it's twofold. It's a modifier on your attacks. It adds percentage to it. So high sharpness is very good. It makes you more deadly. And then if your sharpness is too low, you'll actually bounce off armored body parts. The Baroth head being one of the more annoying ones. So having sharpness is very good. Switch axe, this has Mind's Eye innate to it, so you can basically ignore the whole bounce off part when you're using the sword. And real quick, we'll pull up the ecology on the Tzitzi-Ya-Ku, so you can see what all it does and stuff.
Hard, will you?
So we still have a little ways to go with this. But you can see its weak spot is the head, breakable. That's literally it. It's very weak to thunder, so my lance makes short work of it. And then you get a photophore for busting its head. I think there was an electrophore you can get too, but maybe not. And then the other thing we fought here... There it is, Jagras. So real quick, they're weakest to fire, but still, thunder does a good job on it. And you can see its rarest thing is the mane, which is still fairly common. Then there's also the claw when you actually get to the end game screen. Well, end hunt screen, I guess.
Oh,
But anyway, those are your events, and that kind of brings you up to speed. I'll try to do these as they come, but I can't really make any promises. Some of them may require higher rank than I actually get, because I do stuff other than just play this game, even though it's pretty good, even though... I don't think I talked about this. One thing that's missing from this game that previous games had was when you take a mission, there were also side objectives you could do, breaking parts, gathering items, or doing something that'll cause you to get extra rewards, and so on. That's not a thing here. When you go on a hunt, it's all or nothing. That's it. So, it's a bit of a trade-off. There's a lot of other nice things about the game, and still, I still like it. I'd still say it's a very, very needed breath of fresh air. I was really dissatisfied with 4, and I think this game is off to a really good start. But anyway, that is it for now. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.